We got samples that you can get. You can just pick them up. You can pick them up and just take a taste if you want.
Oh, after the discount is 13?
Yeah. And what is original price?
16.
They're different. I've never seen any soap that come inside of the shapes and the sizes.
8 weeks ago, not a single student in this room could have imagined that they would have created a business, and that today they would be selling their products to eager customers. 8 weeks ago, the students in this room didn't have a vision for who they were or what they could become. 8 weeks ago, the students in this room were worried about the things that every teenager worries about.
We're booth number 3 over here with the big red and white balloons.
8 weeks ago, the students in this room didn't understand the power they had to succeed.
Right now, you're still in high school. But very shortly, you're going to be out there in the real world. In the real world, people are not going to be concerned about whether or not they are treating you the way you want to be treated. What you're going to find out in the real world is that if you don't do what it is that most of the people want you to do, you're going to get fired from your jobs, and you're going to always think it's always the boss or it's always the job, it's never you. We want you to be real clear. You're responsible for your success in this class.
The only thing that we're working on, the only thing we want you to be open to is change the way you operate in the world.
So we're not going to try to change your personality. We want you to operate differently. If you operate differently, you're going to learn a new way of operating that actually will make it a lot easier for you to be successful in your life.
The course does make a difference for them because they get in touch with something for themselves. When they have that, they have a place to start operating from in life.
Some people didn't do it that way. They did it their way. Their way was, I'm just not going to show up because I decided not to when I decided not to. Now, when you operate
Richard Gianamore is a self-made man. By all standards, he is a successful businessman. He created and operates a company which has made him millions, but it wasn't always so.
I'm 23 years old. After trying to make it in business and not making it is sort of like job after job, just quitting jobs, thinking that my bosses were idiots. I always blamed my boss, the company I was working for, and I never thought I was responsible for any of that. It was always their fault.
But Gianamore had a revelation that allowed him to take responsibility for his life and begin his journey down the road to success. In building a successful life, Gianamore learned many lessons, and after achieving and surpassing his goals, he decided he wanted to show others how to find their own success. With a dedicated team, he created the Road to Riches programs for adults, transforming the lives of many. But for Gianamore and his team, the lessons offered could be much more powerful if delivered at the beginning of a career.
But what we realized is that what we needed to do is we needed to get to younger people because they're not so ingrained in what they believe and what they think, so that we can actually start changing their thinking so that they could operate a little different in the world.
And so, Entrepreneurs Now was born. It provides a 9-week course designed to help high school students discover the power they have to succeed.
The course is really designed to interact with the students as if they are already more capable than they know themselves to be. You look into the future and you say, this is how I see myself, this is what I want to be, this is who I want to be in the world. And then you start acting and behaving that way now in the present.
So if you're not happy and you're sad and you're upset and your dog got run over by a car, you still have to go to work and you still have to be, we're going to say, a 10. You can't be miserable. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a gauge right now. And we're going to say, what are you? Are you a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8, a 9, or a 10? You understand? So you got a gauge. So you look and see where you're at.
A 7.
Okay.
5.
A 9.
7.
8. A 2. 8.
7.
7.
In life, especially if you're in business, you want to be a 10 all the time. You never want to be a 2 opening up your business and going into work in the morning. You never want to be a 4 going in. Even a 6. Sorry. Okay? What do you need to be is a 10. Now, you're going to see, what does it take you to be a 10 all the time?
While the goals are sound and the strategy simple, the transformation requires hard work, dedication, and integrity. Real-world rules that Gianamor and his staff insist are the ground rules for success in business and in life.
Who's this over here sleeping with the eyeglasses on? Who's this right here? What are you doing with your eyeglasses on? On up. Up. All right. Take your eyeglasses off. Thank you. What are you doing here?
I'm here to get rich.
You're here to get rich? That's a great attitude you have sitting there like that. Did I just talk to you about respect a few minutes ago? Okay, is that showing respect?
Nah, I don't think it was disrespectful either.
You don't think it's disrespectful?
Nah.
Okay. What do you think it is? You doing your thing?
Nah, being honest.
Yeah.
I came to learn.
Yeah, you're going to learn all right, but you're not going to learn on your terms. Now, do you want to play by our rules, or do you want to play by your own rules?
What did I say wrong?
You didn't. You're there sitting there with your sunglasses on. Can you picture you going into a business meeting with your sunglasses on? You got a conference table and you got 15 to 20 people around. Put your hood up, put your sunglasses on. We're going to go to a conference meeting. What do you think?
Nah, I'm straight.
Huh?
Nah, I'm all right.
You're all right? There's a particular way you have to operate and you have to dress, and you're responsible for it. I don't care if you don't like it or not. Do you think I want to be here all dressed up with a tie and a shirt on? Do you think I like this?
Probably.
Probably. No, it's the dress. Do you understand that a businessman uses and wears? By the way, you're going to be in teams. Do you know that?
Nope.
Am I keeping you up?
Yeah.
Okay, get them out. Next. Out.
For
Now
what?
listen, I gave you a chance. Out. Unless you can turn around and convince somebody to come back in, you're not in here.
What
out.
I do?
I'm not even going to explain it. Get them out.
The first thing we have to do is we have to get tough with them, and we have to throw a couple of kids out. And in order to do that, because we want to set the standard. Listen, we're not going to put up with any of your nonsense, and we're throwing you out. Now, that doesn't mean that we throw them out, they can't get back in. We throw them out, and then we have a group of people that when we throw them out, they have conversations with them and then set the rules down with them, then have them come back in again. But it sets the tone for what's going on in that class for everybody else that's sitting there.
The first meeting, they started kicking people out, so, that's when I realized that, it was serious. It wasn't like any program you just go after school and be like, fool around. It was serious.
I'm here because it looked interesting and I needed something else to go on my college applications because I'm really not going into business, but I wanted them to see that I am, acceptable to going outside of my major, and that's it.
Okay, good. So you know what you have to do with her, Susan? Take her out of the room and get her out of the class. Get another microphone to somebody else.
Not all students are ready or willing to change the way they operate in order to succeed. Only 50% of the students who begin the course actually finish it. But even those who don't finish learn valuable lessons about the cost of not following the rules.
We expect them to look us in the eyes. Richard expects them to stand up in class. And once they get the experience of that and know it's okay, they're willing to then take the next stage.
The requirements are strict, but the payoff is great. Once students learn to deal with the simple rules of participation, they are ready to learn how to step outside of themselves and create a vision for their futures.